There is such a creature in the world. They were discovered by a few people, but it doesn't exist officially. We refer to this group of creatures as unidentified mysterious animal, unidentified organism, UMA for short. Hello, and welcome to the UMA video series. This issue brings you It is a mysterious creature from the island of Madagascar. The world says. Man-eating tree. As the name suggests, it is a carnivorous plant. It is large enough to hunt humans and other large mammals. The legend of man-eating trees. It originated in the second half of the 19th century. April 28, 1874, a reporter named Edmund Spencer. There was an article in the New York World. It mentions a tree that can eat people. This caused quite a stir in the United States at the time. October of the same year, Spencer, again in the South Australian Chronicle. They tell this bizarre story in great detail. The article mentions, this is an explorer from Germany, Carly, with companion Hendrik, while crossing the African island of Madagascar, encountered with the original of a local yeast goater race. They followed and participated in the sacrifice ceremony of the tribe. I saw the locals surround a woman with my own eyes and force them with weapons, climbing a creepy tree. According to him, that big tree is 8 feet tall. Looks like a giant pineapple. There are 8 giant leaves, 12 feet long, all the way to the ground. I saw that the tree stretched out a large number of rattan and wrapped around the leaves, wrap it tightly and digest it. Followed by leaves. The gaps secrete mucus mixed with blood. The people quickly collected the liquid and drank it, as if it were jade du nectar. Mother Kodak was obsessed with this slime. A few days later, when Carl saw the big tree again, only white bones were found all over the leaves that have opened. On the island, he also found several identical plants. Can it be a small poison number? In those days, the influence of the finger mold can be said to be the electric style. Plus, the event description is very detailed, so it leads to the number of people knowing the news. It started spreading like a typhoon. Late 19th century to early 20th century, many explorers went in search of human knowledge, but no swordsmanship. Coincidentally, in 1887, Bill James William, in his seminal book, Ocean and Land, describes for us a species located in the south, plant, art, for the mathematical and Olympia. It says that this plant grows in Central Africa and South America, has a short, stout tree feel, soft, tough canes, blow all the way to the bottom. The vines are covered with ditches and spikes. When someone enters his cane area, they move around like giant snakes, entwined people. Spikes cut through the skin of prey. It will feed on its blood until it dries up. Number, from Madagascar, and the story of the Altfeo number was told. Worldwide, reports continue to emerge about counting people, like the vampire vines in Nicaragua, Nubia, blah blah blah. So, does this man-eating plant really exist? On this day, in 2022, of the more than 600 succulent plants that have been identified, the biggest one is Nepenthes raja. It can grow up to 6 meters in length. A small mammal that is not limited to rabbits, but it is the same as the rumored number of acquaintances. There are still some morphological differences. Another Chilean puya pineapple. It is similar to the description of the man-eating tree. He is also known as the poplar eater, can grow to about 2 meters, but he hunts passively. Because it has rice growing on its leaves, it gets caught by spikes when an animal approaches, can't get out until it dies and becomes nutritious. But there is no actual evidence that Chilean puya pineapple is deliberately capturing animals, and there are several stories of cannibalism. Plant characteristics are very similar. It should belong to 3 trees, but its hunting method, it's more like a giant Venus flytrap. With all the plant specialties we know, signs don't match. There's a lot more to be written about. And almost all events are described in great detail. This also makes more people believe this large carnivorous plant is real. But in fact, as early as 1888, it has already been explained to the Madagascar family. The event is in contemporary literature founded by Frederick. In the second term of school, relevant information has been provided. Rumors of recognizing people. It's actually a story told by Spencer Dock. Same year, Spencer also listed it as wonderful stories. The Managing Tree. He expressed in the conversation that, to make the reader feel terrified, all it takes is infinite exaggeration. Soon, from the late 19th century, began a hive of rumors and understanding. This trend continued into the 1950s. Almost all popular science publications in the United States have explanation of the human knowledge event. One of the most famous is science writer Ray Wiley. 1955, Salamanders and Other Wonders. The book argues in detail that this is a hoax. Madagascar the number is fake. There were no German explorers. There are not even female kodos in the area. Speaking of which, the author is searching for information. Found an interesting thing. You've probably heard about it. The poet counts the rumors of the electric cypress. My previous shadow, Eve, also mentioned in the series. It is also a skill of recognizing people. It is said to have been discovered in India in 1903. Java, in Indonesia. The story of the discovery of Madagascar numbers. Almost identical, even the lives of characters. And I was convinced of that as well. Later, after inquiring about the information, I just found out that this is the rumored version of the internet. Since the 1990s, the story of human knowledge was introduced into our country. Huge amounts of media adaptation and exaggeration achieved this statement. This also led to popular science publications and films visuals at that time. They all took this story for a true event. Among them are our childhood blue hats. In fact, naturalists are looking for of the more than 5,000 plant species discovered on the island. There is no such species as Dionbai. To this day, we can often find it in various film and television novels. See the derivative image of people recognition. They are powerful and agile. Like Spencer's exaggerated fear theory. When something in cognition suddenly became extremely abnormal, it often causes people's deepest fears. So far, people recognition still listed as one of the unidentified organisms. The reason only the Madagascar family is officially rumored. But it's like the Altvio number. Legends of creatures like vampire vines still exist. Maybe right now, somewhere in the world, there is such a big tree that seems harmless to humans and animals, waiting for prey to come to the door. Still the same sentence. The unknown is always greater than the known. This is also the charm of Uma. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.